Hey guys, Josh Lozada here, aka Swing, and I'm coming back at you again with a practice exercise, something that I do quite often as a warm-up before I play. It's something that I teach my students when they come in, and it's really foundational, pretty simple in nature, but it's essential. You know, there's a lot of folks that play bass, great bass players out there, and unfortunately they're really not maximizing their left hand technique. All right, and it's really you're just using a one finger per fret approach to your bass playing. All right, so just some fundamental things that I think are important is hand positioning. I keep my thumb anchored on the back of the neck at all times. Okay, and what I like to do is keep it perpendicular to my middle finger. So essentially, if I were to take my bass neck away from my fingers, or I pull my hand away from my bass neck, my middle finger, excuse me, and my thumb are going to come together. All right. So if I pulled out from the bass neck, I'm gonna be able to come together with my middle finger and my thumb. All right. That helps facilitate this left and right movement. All right. If I creep my thumb to the left, I essentially lose that, or I went too far to the right, I lose that mobility as well. Okay. So keep it right down the middle to join with your middle finger, and it really gets some flexibility and some movement in that left hand. All right. Also, we're gonna just kind of cover as best we can alternating fingers on your right hand. So we want to alternate your index and middle fingers as you're going across these strings. So every time you essentially strike the string to play a note, you want to use a different finger. Okay, and then as we're crossing strings, going back and down, up, down, and coming back up again, you want to alternate those fingers as best you can to really kind of just help you gather and get that independence and really build on your bass playing. All right, so keep your hand pretty locked in. You'll notice that my hand is going to stay in that position. I want to keep that one finger per fret approach all the way down and coming back up again. So my hand's going to stay there pretty much in that position at all times. And I want to keep my hand on the string as long as possible. Moving from note to note, I want to kind of blend each note into the next one, really just using my muscles and keeping my fingers down on the string as I develop those muscles as we play. So as any exercise, it's great to use a metronome or some kind of timing device. I'm going to use a drum loop. I like to use a drum loop. It makes kind of a monotonous exercises a little bit more musical. So I'm going to start up a drum loop. I'm going to hit it at 80 BPM. And I like to use slower tempos. It's great. You kind of go through the exercises pretty quickly, and you're building speed, but you can only build speed when you do it slowly first. So building from a slower tempo and gradually moving up works great. And again, we're working on building muscle and independence on all four fingers on your left hand. Okay, so that's the concept. That's the principle behind this exercise. Not just to necessarily be able to play fast. You want to build independence in those muscles on your left hand, so that when you're playing passages, when you're playing your bass, you have more of a facility to do so because you're able to use all four fingers on your left hand. So let's hit the loop here. Okay, you want to internalize. I'm at 80 BPM. You want to internalize the beat. We're going to start off with quarter notes, going down, come back up, down to eighth notes, and we're going to subdivide these. So eighth notes, triplets, and 16th notes as we do this exercise. And you want to hear the evenness of the notes. You want to cross strings effectively, smoothly, without many breaks. Okay, as best you can. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes. Triplets. 16th notes. Okay, so that's essentially the exercise. And you want to do that. I like to do it slow. Okay, again, we were at 80 BPM. If you want to do it even slower than that, and just kind of build up those muscles. Again, you want to keep your hand on the fretboard as long as possible, getting the full stretch. So even if I'm going towards my pinky, I want to keep my hand in the position, in that position where my one finger, my index finger, is going to be in the spot that it needs to be at. Again, this helps to build those muscles. It helps to build muscle memory and the independence on all four fingers. You're gonna notice that your ring finger and your pinky finger are gonna be your weakest. So you want to just kind of feel that. Again, if you're feeling burn is good. If you're starting to feel pain, back off, take a quick break, shake it off, stretch your fingers out. You know, rub your hand down, rub the muscles that are starting to hurt you a little bit, and then get back into it. You want to try to do this in a fluid motion as long as you can. Kind of go back up, go down, and come back up again. Alternating your fingers on your right hand and thinking note to note. You know, try not to do it with any breaks in between. Just a legato type of approach when you're playing this exercise. All right, so feel free to send me any questions, comments, share. Please subscribe to my channel down below. Just hit the subscribe button. If you want to reach out to me, send me an email. You can do that via my website, www.joshlozada.com, and just reach out to me on the comments page, and it'll send me a note, and I'll be sure to get right back to you. So again, please subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos, and we'll be seeing each other soon. Take care.